Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your boy Food Junkie, and I'm here, as you know, Mad Day Mondays. What's up, Raphael? How you doing? Welcome. And on Mad Day Mondays, we're gonna talk about what's been going on the earlier part of this week. And with that, we're gonna I'm gonna give you my opinion. We're gonna have a conversation about it, basically. What's up, Rayala, baby? How you doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. Um, DMV, good morning. How are you doing? As you guys know, this past week has been a lot going on. Tragedy, conversations about tragedy, explanations about tragedy, point fingers about tragedies and things of that nature. This is going to be talked about. It's going to be a Mad Day Monday and a story time, all combined into one. And in the story time, it's going to pretty much put everything together in perspective as I see it and know it to be. Well, let's talk about the big news that happened last week, and that was the tragic death of Ty Couture, um, a popular YouTuber. He was definitely an influencer. He was definitely someone that I liked and watched often. I liked him when he actually was with his. Well, I liked him always, but I was introduced to him when he was with his husband Corey, and they would do the videos of Basketball Wives, Married to Madison, Madison Wives, and a couple of YouTube series as well, like Chasing Atlanta and things like that. Well, of course, him and his husband got divorced, and he, to me, too quickly got into a relationship with someone else that was here in Atlanta. And, with that being said, I think the person he was with was a manipulator, someone that was actually he broadcast the relationship way too soon, doing lip gloss challenges, kissing challenges, things like that on camera. This guy seemed a little bit too thirsty to be part of Ty's world, in that aspect. Yeah, he was definitely very funny, very engaging. He was definitely someone that I really enjoyed watching. What's up, the main one? How you doing, sweetie? He was definitely someone that I really enjoyed. I really, just felt. I mean, I think he was just a breath of fresh air, basically. So watching him, it wasn't anything malicious or nasty or dirty. He would be very straightforward, give his opinion, and it was what it was. But that is what it is. But I think that a lot of people use his suicide as a springboard for their own psychosis to rear its ugly head. What's up, my 2 cents? Under the guise of, saying they were triggered or something triggered them, things of that nature. But in saying that, it takes away from the real issues that is going on these YouTube streets and in this world with people's personal lives and things of that nature. Because while there is real, true mental illness that's happening, well, it's not. A lot of people are trying to exploit it to get, saying, attention that they so desperately crave and need. And speaking of that, let's get to what I want to really talk about and to my story time. Let's talk about Hey Skillet. I chose to really not comment on this individual or really not say too much about the situation with Hey Skillet, but sometimes being silent is just being complicit to what's going on and what's happening, and that's not a good thing, especially not in this case. We always introduced to Hey Skillet several months ago. Came in with a bang, came in, what I'm saying, in everyone's chat, supporting everyone's chat, things of that nature. My experience with Hey Skillet is as such. Um, she was always in my chat. She was always talking, always very vibrant, very someone that wants to be seen, wants to be heard, wants to be known, wants to be acknowledged, which is fine by me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do this to engage with people on a personal level. Did that. before I even had my avatar or my emoji of us, the foodies, was not. I was contemplating several emojis, was not. When Leo, the Lioness Queen, introduced the cross support movement, Skillet was the first one that asked about, okay, what's Food Junkie's emoji? What's going on with Food Junkie? This and the third, whatever. She asked me, can she name my group? I'm like, no. She asked me, can she pick my emoji? I like, well, give me some examples of what you're thinking about, what's not, and I will consider it. Just so happened that I had this emoji and a couple other emojis that I was looking at, and she had this one. She also showed me this one right here. I'm like, okay, well, it's good because we're thinking along the same lines on the same page. So with that, I of course chose this one. Was not chose the name Foodies, was not because Food Junkie is my name, So my group is called the Foodies. She was just really engaged in my situation, in my chats, and my um, online persona. Jump to Sean's birthday when he was in Texas. I think that she sent him a box or something in Texas. Well, I'm not quite sure what was in the box, but I could have sworn he said she sent him something in Texas for his birthday as well, um, or for his birthday, whatever, something like that. Or I don't know. She sent him a present when he was in Texas that he unboxed or something like that. And so, of course, I was in the chat was now when he was unboxing it and when he was doing certain things, and it was, oh, Food Junkie, I want you to be the next person I send a box to. Thank you, Lauren, baby. Appreciate it, sweetheart. Um, she said, "Oh, I want you to be the next person to I sent a box to. I want you to be the next person. This and the third, this and the third." Now, mind you, I've been making comments was not or making videos about I can't be bought. You can't buy me. How much is your soul worth? You know what I'm saying? Why is it so important that people must be seen in every chat that they go to? Why is it people must always, what I'm saying, be noticed and acknowledged all the time? What difference does it make if someone blocks you or whatever? You know what I'm saying? So I've been making videos like that for a while because, y'all know, I can sit in the background and just chill and be okay with that. I don't always have to be, up front and center. So I don't understand how people or why people think that, when they get blocked from someone's chat, it's so hurtful that you can't speak to that specific content creator was not. We really don't know each other like that. And if you don't have people's personal information, I don't, get it. Exactly. Oh, no one's overstepping the boundaries, baby. But, Skillet had that tendency to do so. Um, so after she made that comment about, well, she wants me to be the next person that she sent a box to, she want to be this and the third was now, of course, she will flirt was now hella. She wants to be greased, and Skillet needs to be greased. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know how I am. Flirt with me, you're getting flirted back with. It is what it is. So, or don't flirt with me, I'm gonna still flirt with you. That's how I am. This is my personality. Excuse me, you guys. And so so after she made the video or comment was not saying that she wants, what's up, Deanna, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? And after she made the comment that she wanted me to be the next person that she sent a box to, I made a very, very strong video saying, you can't buy me. I can't be bought. I'm worth way more than what you can ever afford. If you were to attempt to buy me, was not. And it was to her, but it was also, I saw what she was trying to do, how she was moving on these streets, going to various people's different chats, was not, offering them gifts, offering them things, was not. And I just backed away. And before all this blew up or got out there, was not, y'all know that I've been making videos was not saying that I don't rock with everyone that the members of Club Chat rocks with because I see who they are. She's one of the people that I was talking about as well. And there's nothing against who she is as a person was not. If you are needing for attention or attention seeking that bad, you do what you need to do was not, but you're not gonna do it around me or you're not gonna do it to me. What's up, Johnny Mac? How you doing? You're not just gonna do it with me. You're not going to. Good morning, Fran J, baby. How you doing? You're not going to pull me into that whole psychosis of thinking that you need me or make me feel that, you know what I'm saying, without me you won't go forward and vice versa. Without you I won't go forward. I'm an independent person. What's up, Mr. Rich Mermaid baby, how you doing? That's what I always say. I came here a full adult, a complete person, and if I choose to get off of YouTube, I will be a complete person nonetheless. It does not make me. Yeah, friend, like, exactly. If we wind up being friends, that's fine. If we don't wind up being friends, I'm okay with that as well. But I'm not going to push myself onto anyone, nor do I want anyone to push themselves onto me. What's up, Shaquila, baby? How you doing? You know, so it's like, when I say certain things, I know what I'm saying. I know why I'm saying it. And what's up, Blue Bottoms? How you doing? And I know how I'm saying it and how I want it to come across. Now, if you pick it up, well, it's not. You do. If you don't, you don't. There are several people on here that I talk to outside of YouTube just to say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Everything's good? Cool? Great. The other people that I talk to was not that we're discussing business aspects. So it's not what, I'm saying, how we can help each other in business. Well, it's not. But there's never this thirst or need for me to constantly seek attention from people was not that is on here. It's nice to be able to talk to someone on here was not and get a better understanding of what's going on. But at the same time, I'm not desperate or thirsty for that. So back to Skillet. So she, you know, saying I thought I made that video. It's not about, you can't buy me. You can't. I mean, I can't be bought. Was not. I'm saying I'm sure she kind of picked up on what I was putting down. So she became less and less frequent in my chats. She became less and less, you know what I'm saying, out there and speaking was not. She'll show up every once in a while, which is fine by me because, like I said, easy come, easy go. People come, people go. I'm okay. I'm still going to be here on this channel doing what I do on this channel. Either you like it or you don't, you know what I'm saying? Either you accept it or you won't. You support or you know what I'm saying, will not. But yeah, it is what it is. So, with that being said, when all this whole thing came about with she wants to support XYZ and XYZ was not, it's like, okay, that's fine. You do what you want to do, like you support whoever you want to support. But then it became the thirst trap of who am I going to, what I'm saying, do when she offered the ice sculpture, when she offered the $1,000 for the liquor, when she offered, what I'm saying, I'm sending out gift boxes, I'm sending out this and the third was not. My antenna was like, I knew I said what I said for a reason because it is that type of behavior that allows people to think that they not only can buy you, but you are indebted to them because they offered you something. That's why it's very hard for me to accept stuff from people. What's not because I don't ever want to be in that position to be like, oh well, without me, you wouldn't have X, Y, Z. No, without you, I will still survive and thrive. Type of thing. That's my mentality. And a lot of people was not have that mentality of, without me, if I helped you get a sandwich, without me, you would have starved for the rest of your life. No, I'm a component of the person that's or the adage that says, teaching men or giving men a fish to eat for a day, teaching men a fish to eat for the rest of his life. I know how to fish. I'm talented. I'm motivated. Strong mind, will, and body. And whatever I need, I make sure I provide for myself. But so that's why she started doing all this stuff. Was not. But jump to this past weekend where she attempted to commit suicide by taking pills and ended up in the hospital. Was not. I can't be. I can't hold any type of emotions towards that because for me, it's not. What's up, Ursula, baby? How you doing? Welcome. For me, it's not something that I will personally hold on to or deal with because I don't know you personally. And if you chose to do that, that's a decision that you need to make and decision that you need to deal with you and your God. I can't be accountable for someone else's actions. I can't be accountable for what someone else does, especially if I don't know this individual or I have no contact with this individual or if I see this individual moving shadily. And then jump to, that was Friday, I guess, when she tried to commit suicide. by taking pills and having, being found and being rushed to the hospital and having charcoal down her throat to upchuck the and remove the pills was not from her system was not to Tracy's World yesterday, the video that she made, the initial video she made. And I have to admit, I didn't watch all of it. I couldn't get into it because after she started coughing and rolling around on the ground and choking and stuff, I was done. I just, yeah, y'all know I don't. I can only take so much of theatrics. Well, it's not before I have to be like, yeah, I'm done with you. So I was done with all that coughing and carrying on. Well, it's not. I was done with all that what she was doing. I couldn't deal with it, so I just left it. But it was like halfway through. I saw enough to know that I seen too much of that video and what she was doing. What struck me is a couple things that struck me. Um, One, she tried to blame and fault Leo the Linus Queen by not answering her phone with what Skillet decided to do as a trigger. And the fact that Sean returned her money after she made the comment that she will always be the purse and the bag for Club Chat. Well, how about taking accountability for what you said and what you did and how you've been moving on these streets? You know, but that's also not a surprise that that was being said. Because someone who don't take accountability for what they did or what they're doing or how they move and now they are reactionary would do some nonsense like that and try to fault someone else and make someone else feel bad and turn people against someone else. It just doesn't make sense to me. But once again, I'm just one person and I move the way I move and I move differently. But also, it was something that was evident in when she and her and James got into a situation was not too long ago, and she made a threat about his body's gonna be full of holes. This and third, while showing her target practice shots, and then the next day crying and apologizing for that. My thing is that this when you are have all this bravado and all this energy that you're throwing against people, emotional manipulation. You're absolutely right. Exactly. When you have all this going on, whatever, and you're not able to hold yourself accountable for what you're doing, for what happened with you, and how it's happened with you, what's not, that's another sign of emotional instability. When you constantly need validation from other people, what's not outside of yourself, another sign of emotional instability. I don't know if this lady lies. I don't know if this lady tells the truth. I don't know if this lady is in the hospitals was not. I just don't know. I really, honestly, don't really care. I can't be involved. I can't be worried about it. This is the first and last time I will be talking about this situation with her because I don't care. I mean, that sounds like me being mean or me being rude or me being cold hearted or whatnot. But the reality is, it is what it is. I can't allow someone who I think is emotionally unstable as not to infiltrate my life, my mind, my spirit, my world, to turn it upside down. Because that's what they do. That's what they want to do. They want to be a factor when they are a non-factor. Thank you. Like I just can't do that. Well, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like Leo said earlier today, was not. You don't know what our emotional states are, what we've been through in life, what emotional issues that we may have, what emotional issues we may not have. You don't know that, and the fact that you're trying to play and prey on that fact was not. It is manipulation at its finest. You think that you're so important that I need to stop what I'm doing in my life was not to coddle you, to uplift you, to make sure that you are a better individual was not. And the reality is, I don't have to do that. If I choose to contact people was not and check on them was not, that's a personal choice. If I choose to speak with people outside of YouTube was not, that is a personal choice that I make. And what I'm saying, because I want to garner a friendship with you or some type of relationship with you was not. But other than that, these things are not what it is. The selfish. Yes, it's very selfish. DMV is extremely selfish of any individual to think that you know, what I'm saying it's okay to have someone be manipulated to the point to where I'm putting your welfare and your well-being ahead of mine. And most people that I love everybody was not that I'm, you know what I'm saying, talking to or a part of was not talk with whatever. I love myself more. I just do. I have to. Because if I don't love myself, who else is going to love me? You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, you know what I'm trying to say. If I don't love myself, who else is going to, you know what I'm saying, be there for me as much as I'm going to be there for myself? And the fact that people think that they can manipulate and do things to definitely be treated Ray Allen, definitely be treated, and I'm not a professional doctor to where I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, say that I can treat your specific health needs. I can be a voice to listen to, but I'm not gonna listen to that all day because I don't want all that in my energy. I don't want all your darkness and sadness and whatever elseness to seep into my energy and to help me not to be the what's up, 80 pillar baby, how you doing, you know, to be there. And I can't allow someone to, you know what I'm saying, do that for me. Well, it's not. Bring down my mood, bring down my energy, bring down my psyche. Well, it's not because you have your own thing. Energy vampires are all around me. Exactly. And I'm constantly fighting you off with damn crosses, steaks, and garlic. You know what I'm saying? Holy water. All around me, just making sure that I'm constantly, you know what I'm saying, not being submerged in your darkness and your depths of craziness. Well, it's not. Or whatever it is that you have. But back to Skillet and yesterday, Tracy's World calling people out on what's going on. What's up, Mia, baby? How you doing? Good morning. You know, and I think that it was irresponsible for Tracy's World to sage maybe everything, the whole garden if you have to. You know what I'm saying? The whole herb garden if you have to. But it is something that by it is so important that we protect ourselves, and the fact that Tracy's World chose to try to call out people and hold them responsible for the actions that someone else had did was ridiculous and is definitely irresponsible on her part as well. But a couple of inconsistencies that I found um, in her story, the little bit that I did hear from it was not while watching her, whatever, was that if someone was heavily sedated, they're not and under suicide watch was not or treated for attempting to commit suicide. They're not going to allow anyone to visit them for at least a couple of days to make sure the person's okay because you don't know what the trigger may have been. That's just me, you know what I'm saying, knowing and speaking to people that have been in the health field was not prior to this situation. Um, and also, she said that she was on the phone crying. I don't understand how she got a phone when she was being heavily medicated or heavily sedated and on the verge of suicide and being treated for that was not how she on the phone crying. How did her niece, cousin, who because you kept switching back and forth between niece and cousin, know to call you because your number was in her phone? Because all these questions was not that people have, and it's as if they want attention from the. What's up, Tessie baby? How you doing? Tessie always coming in with the bull crap. I love it, but yeah, I just don't understand those. I don't understand that was not, you know, and it seemed as though that. What's up, Castro baby? How you doing? It seems as though not only is Skillet attention seeking. What's up, Miss Leo? How you doing, baby? That's what I'm saying, Miss Leo. That's where the whole attention seeking thing comes into play. That's where the whole um, trying to be in the forefront or the head of the story, or put your place, insert yourself into a story that doesn't involve you. And then when Leo made her first video yesterday, well, it's not addressing what was done and said, you have people trying to attack her for defending herself, was not trying to make sure that you get the story right and get the story straight. It's not about, you know what I'm saying, what your beliefs are, what your opinions are. It's not about what someone else may have done, what's not, whatever. It's about what actually happened. Exactly. Exactly. Intubated. Very much so. Very much so. You know, and it's so sad that people want to insert themselves or make things about them, when the reality is that if this did happen to this lady, well, it's not, this lady did do this to herself, she needs to be getting the help that she needs, and not have people try to manipulate the situation for their best interest whatsoever. What's up, Felicia B Fee baby, how you doing? And the fact that people don't see past that, to let this lady have her day of rest or time of rest or whatever case she needs for her to get better. Well, it's not. They choose to insert themselves in situations that doesn't belong to them. Now, I'm telling this story was not about her, or whatever, because it's just my experience with what happened with her and how I chose to try to, you know what I'm saying, distance myself as much as possible from someone like that or people like that. And she's just an example for the moment. A lot more things are going to be revealed in the next couple of months, because we know during the holidays, well, it's not everyone chooses to try to put 10 on 20. And a lot more things are going to be shown to people if they're either open. It's going to be revealed to people. Of course, casual. Exactly. Like when you're not in the best mood or you're not feeling your best, well, it's not, you're not gonna, you can give your 100% best. Stay off of YouTube. Stay off of YouTube. Keep everything as copacetic and clear as possible. You don't want to cloud your already clouded mind with the nonsense that goes here on YouTube. You want to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you are taking care of yourself first and foremost. And that's what it is. It's not about, you know what I'm saying, entertaining people. Is not when you're not feeling your best, when you're not doing your best, if you're not in the best mental state that you could possibly be in. You know, and it's just a sad state of affairs when people are so selfish and so selfish. That's a good word. Yeah, so selfish that they don't think outside of themselves to see, make sure that, you know what I'm saying, if you truly care about somebody, well, it's not like you say you do, you will make sure that they're okay. No, it's not about you getting whatever you want to get. Because like in Sean's live yesterday, was not. He was saying, saying that people gonna be after her for, you know what I'm saying, whatever she can give them, was not. And two people that he mentioned that was big on that would be Gina and Fibe. And those are the people that Tracy World mentioned in her commentary yesterday. And it's just sad that, that there's individuals out here, but we know they're out there, was not, and it doesn't matter where you're from, it happens all over the place, that you don't have enough respect for the human condition to allow people to deal with what they're dealing with, was not, without trying to interfere and trying to intercept for your own selfish need and your own selfish gain. And the fact that, sorry, you guys know this weather change is just hitting all of us just crazy. But it's like, it makes no sense that, every time there's some nonsense or BS going on, was not, it's the same people inserting themselves into things, talking about things, trying to, you know what I'm saying, get what they can out of it, was not. Kind of like a scavenger bird. When they see a carcass on the ground, they go try to get whatever meat that can be salvaged from that thing. And it's just sad. It's just something that doesn't make sense to me. It's something that isn't. Just not quite right because it says a lot about them as well. You know, and so it's like very much just very much for me. It's just like watching what I already know was going to happen was not, and watching it and sitting back and looking at it was not, and just shaking my head at the out as everything shakes out of place and into place. It's not this sector because what you don't understand. I'm just keeping it real. It happens all over the place. It happens in the makeup sector. It happens in the kids sector. It happens in the cooking sector. It happens in the it happens in all sectors of YouTube. Was not. It's just not the sector of YouTube. You can go to the church sector, and y'all see and hear the beef. You have the weight loss sector. It happens everywhere. So it's just not this sector itself. Thing is, you only get yourself involved in what you want to get involved in. You only allowed to let what penetrates you that you want to have penetrate you or it's not. And that sounds nasty, but I mean, as far as getting to your psyche, getting to your mind, and getting to your spirit. Like me, just because I'm a part of this sector doesn't mean that I am a part of this sector. On my channel, y'all know I try to do lots of different things. You know what I'm saying? Do I talk about the mess that goes on in the sector? Yes, I do. But I also have a lot of other stuff that I talk about and that I can do as well. When all you can do is be messy and you come on here being messy, so you have to stay messy, well, it's not in order for you to get your numbers growing or for you to get the attention that you so desperately seek, well, it's not. That's when you get yourself caught up into the nonsense that goes on in whatever sector that you're in. But if you are a content person and who you are and what you have, well, it's not. That is, what I'm saying, a sign of true character and who you are was not. Because just because you can be surrounded by nonsense and craziness was not. If you're that still in the storm, that shows your strength. That shows your character. That shows who you are, what you're made up of, and you stick to what you do. Like a lot of people in this sector was not that. Exactly. And that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And exactly, like if you just use this as your sole means of, like me, I'm a brand. What's up with you, baby? How you doing, baby? If I'm a brand, I am multi-talented. I am multifaceted. And if this is teaching me something, this is teaching me how to communicate with people. Was not how to express myself. This is teaching me how to have a conversation with people. Was not, saying, that I may not always necessarily agree with. How to answer questions if I'm going to be interviewed for something. Was not from people that I may not like, but still be able to hold my composure in order for me to actually get my point across and speak the truth that I have in a respectful um, way. So while a lot is going on right here, you know, I am someone who is constantly going to be myself. And this is teaching me that. Like, this is just a jumping board or sounding board was not for me to be the person that I'm meant to be. This is not something that I'm going to be doing forever. I don't want to do it forever. I'm not going to do it forever. Was not. I may not do it much longer. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, while I'm doing it, was not. I'm still gonna be myself. You know what I'm saying? It is just that I need. I'm saying this is like a way for me to get ready to get done. What's up, Nixie Nix baby? How you doing? What you mean you don't understand where I'm coming from? Is that for me? Oh, she do. Okay. Y'all know I'm study. I read things crazy. Just had a question. But yeah, so it's just, I mean, I think that, a lot of people was not come on here looking for validation. People come on here was not looking for something that we're not equipped to give them because we're not professionals. I mean, mental health professionals. It's just that, when there are people out here with obvious mental issues was not, they can't. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I read it wrong. I read don't and not do. Sometimes, I didn't snap off. I just asked the question. Just ask the question just for clarity and understanding. Um, but yeah, it's just that when there's people out here with obvious mental issues, obvious issues of depression, maybe saying self-loathing, things like that was not loneliness, where it's not too much time on their hands. Like I made a video the other like a couple weeks ago. It's not idle mind is a devil's playground. Was not when you're not keeping yourself busy. Was not you allow things. What's up, sexy and complete baby? How you doing? You know, if you're not allowing yourself to actively be a participant in life, these type of things happen. When you're not allowing yourself to actively be a part of society, was not these things happen. Was not when you have too much time on your hands and your mind's not quite right anyway. Was not because you're seeking something that you haven't found already. These things happen. Exactly. You also get in trouble when you don't stay in your lane. Me or somebody else. Well, that's I know what you're saying though. You also get in trouble when you don't stay in your lane. You're absolutely right about that. You know, when you're trying to do too much, when you're doing too much, when you're saying too much, when you're just saying trying to do something that you know you can't possibly do. I'm not saying that don't try new things. I'm not saying don't try new things. Was not, but it's how you try and how you go after those things that you're trying that you may not be too familiar with. You know, and it's just funny was not that people, like I said, with the whole Tracy's World thing, when she's trying to um insert herself into something that doesn't mean anything, well, it's not for whatever reason, I don't know. And then what I want to say is that she tried to say that her mental health was not is something that some people shouldn't be talking about, was not. But guess what? When you insert yourself by trying to do updates by saying you have facts and phone calls, was not, you know what I'm saying, you put yourself in the fire, was not. You put yourself in a way of being talked about, being ridiculed, being questioned, was not. So you can't sit up here saying that I know, baby. I got it. I got it. You put yourself in a way, was not, to be criticized, was not, and then you want someone to worry about your mental health was as well. Well, it wouldn't have been a factor, was not, if you would have kept stayed out of it. It wouldn't have been a factor if you wouldn't have inserted yourself into a situation that doesn't belong to you or pertain to you. You know what I'm saying? People kill me, was not, well, I was worried, so I made a phone call. No, you was in contact with this person prior to the situation, was not. That's how they had their number. Like I said in the very beginning of the video, was not. Skillet and I had a really cool relationship. Miss Leo, you remember how when Skillet was always over here, was not talking, and we were flirting and we were laughing and having fun, was not, you know what I'm saying? But then when it becomes something that I didn't like, I made videos letting them saying, I can't be bought. Miss Leo, you saw the time when she was like, "Oh, food junkie, I want you to be next." That I send a gift basket to, and I want to do this and that for you. Or it's not. I want to do this for you, and I'm like, "Well, you don't have to." Then I made the video saying I can't be bought. I can't be. I mean, you can't afford what how much. I mean, yeah. I mean, I let it be known was that saying that I'm not. I say this all the time. I can't be bought by people. You can't buy me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expected. Exactly. She sure. That's what I just said in the very beginning of this video. I see, y'all. Confirmation what I was saying from the very beginning of this video. When I made those videos and said I can't be bought and I don't want anything from her, was not, because I can't be bought and you can't manipulate me, was not. She stopped coming over here. So my thing is that I'm not gonna be rude to people, was not, but I'm gonna let it be known that you're not gonna buy me. You're not gonna sit here and try to manipulate me, was not, and I'll be nice to you all day long, was not. But you're not going to try to influence what I do, how I do it, when I do it, was not, because you're trying to give me gifts and trinkets and things. Everything that I want, I can provide myself. Everything that I need, I can provide for myself. You know, that's why I'm grateful and honored when people choose to give me a super chat or a catch up, was not, because it's not something that I require. All I require is respect and open, honest conversation. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come on here to get rich. You know what I'm saying? Not by y'all giving me money at least. Exactly. We people out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that person. You know. I mean, I care and I love people what's not, but I'm not gonna sit here and be fooled and be a fool for anybody. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be claiming to be a purse holder over here. You're not gonna be claiming to be the bag over here. None of that stuff. I got my own bags. I got my own money. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like the. I mean, I know people. Like I say certain things when certain people are in my chat to see how they react and to see if they catch it or not without being rude to them. But and when I said to her while she was in the chat was not, I didn't want her to be over here anymore, basically, because I knew what she was about. I knew that she was someone that thought that they can buy their way into friendships, they can buy their way into loyalty and things like that, and you can't do that with me. It's just not who I am. That's not what I'm made up of, you know. Because if you are doing it to me, well, it's not. My mind quickly thinks, who else are you doing that with? Who else are you trying to, influence in that way? With a little bit of money that you have. And I'm sorry, I don't care how much money she gave away with or how many gifts she gave away, baby. You don't have enough to try to buy me. No one does. Sorry. I don't care if Bill Gates himself come up to me and say, "I'll give you all my money." Was not if you do X Y Z. I require $5 more than what you have. So work up $5 more. Then we can talk. Because no one's gonna have to have control over me, ever, 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 ever. I'm too strong of an individual to have that happen. Lauren, baby, it is. But yeah, it's definitely a sad situation when someone think they can buy a friendship and think that's okay. It's like, you know, it's reminds me of that child in school that will have a bag full of candy. Will have a bag full of candy every day, and will hand it out and think that people are their friends because they really generally like them, not knowing that only the people around you is because they want that candy from you every day. Oh, Lauren, baby, you know what I'm saying? A mouthful right there. Buy my products and services, but not me as an individual. Exactly. Exactly. Right. Like I don't say like how are you upset when the money's returned? How are you upset when the money's returned? Please. Exactly. Oh yeah. You helped me with a camera was not, but so what? This is the third. Yeah. Right. So you like being mistreated. You like being used. Ursula, me too, baby. When you're constantly using your mental illness as a way of, well, I'm not quite in the head, or well, I don't think straight sometimes, or my illness helped me. No, I don't hear all that. You had all those things going on when you was doing the bull crap that you were doing. When you was acting a fool and raising Cain and raising hell was that you had all those things going on then. So therefore, don't use it as an excuse now. It is what it is. You can't sit up here and try to you know, use it as an excuse. Oh, Shakira, baby, I'm sorry about that. You know, I'll be praying for you. My brother's right. The thing is, like, I mean, like the people understands if you're going through something well, it's not. But when you're using it as an excuse, you know what I'm saying, or using it as a badge of something that you want sympathy or empathy from, what's not, then it becomes, I'm saying, like, okay, what I'm saying, we get it, but at the same time, we really don't get it because, well, I get it, but I really don't get it because, I'm saying, I know people who have mental issues and who have grew up with people in our family with mental issues, what's not, I'm saying, that still find a way to work through it and to thrive because ultimately, was not, we must take care of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And our responsibilities was not. People come on YouTube to get away from their real life. People come on YouTube to try to look at things a different way, to see things a different way, what's not, and not be stuck in that, you know what I'm saying, reality that they may be in when they get off of YouTube. Thing is, I mean, like when I worked in the school system, was not in the classroom themselves, was not. I was the BD teacher, which I had the kids that not only had behavior problems but also had kids with special needs. So my classroom was full of all different types of personalities and all different types of people, was not. And I had to make an environment that was conducive to make sure that everyone could learn in that environment. The kids with the behavior problems, the kids that were slow learners, the kids that had autism, bipolar, cerebral palsy. I had all those kids in my classroom, was not, and I had to make the environment conducive to make sure that everyone was comfortable in that environment. And one way that I did that was that I couldn't give each child individual attention, was not, but I could create a program that helped them learn at the level that they were at. You know what I'm saying? And let them know that I was there if they needed to talk or if their parents needed to speak with me, was not, about whatever the case may be. And I think that, being a listening ear is one thing. But at the same time, I will let them know, was not, that in the real world, no one cares. It really is. That sounds tough and bad, was not. But in the real world, no one cares what your affliction may be. You know, um, like I have a speech impediment, as y'all can hear every once in a while. Was not when I start stuttering and stammering over my words. I can't let that stop me from speaking in public. I can't allow that to, saying, be a deterrent to why I can't do what I want to do, or say what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? We all have little things that we work with and work on, what's not, within ourselves, what's not, that helps us get better and be the best people that we were meant to be. I mean, I mentioned my speech impediment, um, you know, early on in these videos, was not, you know, and it's not something that I'm going to be ashamed of, something that I'm going to hide behind and be quiet about. It's just something that I constantly work on and work better at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've won speech competitions, was not. Thank you, Shakila, baby. I appreciate that. And Castro, you know what I'm saying, bro? You know how I feel about you. You know, um, I've won speech competitions, whatever. I've won oratory competitions, although I have a speech impediment, was not. And it wasn't something that I felt that they gave me because I was the person with the speech impediment, was not. It was something that they gave me because I did well. I was the best in that moment. You know what I'm saying? There are moments when I speak extremely clear. Y'all know that. And there's moments when I stumble over every word. Hey, baby girl, how you doing? Good morning. Did you eat today, Miss Patrice? I'm sorry, yeah, Miss Cunningham. Did you eat today? Did you eat today? I'm about to stay on you because you're trying to get away without eating. You know, but yeah, so I constantly work on that last night. And, you know, at times I can be, saying, a little self conscious about, saying, how I speak, especially in public and large situations, whatever. But at the same time, saying, I know that it's not going to stop me. And that's why one of the main reasons why I got on here, was that is to better be able to articulate my words and be able to speak on the spot and to answer questions on the spot, was not without stumbling over my words, things like that. So this is training, you know what I'm saying? So I don't ever use my afflictions that I may have, was not, that I tell you about things that I don't tell you about, was not, that I'm going to, help me or hold me back, was not. What's up, Tanya? How you doing, baby? It's like, I can't do that. I won't do that, was not. I won't put myself in a position to have anyone feel sorry for me or feel bad for me, was not, nor would I feel bad for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, we all have our own burdens and struggles that we deal with on a daily basis. And in order for us to actually, saying, improve and move forward and strive, was not, we must face those things head on and work through them and not expect anyone else to, do that for us. You know, and that's why I don't understand the whole "woe is me" sympathy thing. Good job. So that's what I mean. All you do is work on it. Was like all you have to do is continue to move forward. Exactly. Exactly. Part of the cure is to make sure that you accept responsibility for your own actions and your own feelings. Was not stop trying to put it off on someone else. Stop holding other people responsible for how you feel and what you do. Take accountability for what you do, what you say, how you feel. Be responsible in that aspect. Was not, and it's not something that someone else need to hold your hand through. It's something that you, I mean, if someone does, that's great and that's fine. But if when you're looking for that, was not, that's when your falls come because you don't feel that you are getting those type of experiences that you're looking for. Stop looking for something in others that you have not found within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't, be upset because someone didn't give me something that I didn't give myself. I can't. What's up, straight from the bay, baby? How you doing? Good morning. I can't be um, seeking certain things from other people was not that I'm not willing and able to give myself. It's unfair to them because they will always disappoint you. They will always disappoint you. Was not when you are looking for them to give you something, or you seeking something from someone else that you don't possess within yourself. You'll always be disappointed in that person. You'll always be disappointed because you are saying some. You're trying to fill a void that you have not identified basically within yourself. You haven't filled. I mean, you're trying to dig a hole. Sorry, you're trying to fill a hole while digging a hole. You know what I'm saying? That never works. So like when I mean like I understand the whole thing of like what I'm saying that's why I say that you can't buy me because if I need someone to buy me what's not or to give me something that I can possess within myself what's not, it would never be enough. It would never be enough. That's why I always say that I'm worth, I'm saying, $5 more than what your whole being is. So that's why I say if Bill Gates come up to me and was not be like, here's all my money for whatever, go find $5 more was not because I will always be worth more, you know what I'm saying, than what you can afford. I will always be, what I'm saying, that person that knows that if I allow someone to buy me, I will never be fulfilled. I will always want more. I will always want more. Exactly. Exactly. Ray Allen. Exactly, Ray Allen. Exactly. But some people don't mind being that though. You know what I'm saying, Lauren? Some people don't mind being that. Some people don't mind being looked over, picked over, was not, and bought and sold because that's where their self worth is at. Me, for example, I'm no, you can't buy me. I'm not one to be bought. You take a Bill Gates buy, I, you know, give me your money, but you're not gonna tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like this type of thing. Like I mean, because I know that because I've seen it happen. Was not I've seen people give people stuff was not, and next they think they own you. They give you a little bit of money was not, and they think they own you. They provide you with a little bit of lifestyle, and they think they own you. Then you feel trapped. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't. I'm a free bird. I need to fly. I can't be trapped behind someone else's gilded cage. You know what I'm saying? I can't. You know. Like I said, I mean, even with the afflictions and stuff that I have, speech impediment, slight bout of this dyslexia was not. People don't understand. Like even in school, when they would read my chart, they're like, "Oh, well, you're dyslexic was not. You did it, but how your grades so good? Because I work hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind working hard. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see that I work when I go to work was not. I work hard. I work long hours. I work hard. I don't mind doing what I do was not to make sure that I take care of myself was not. I provide myself with what I need. I provide myself with, what I'm saying, what I want. And it's not about, what I'm saying, me seeking pity or seeking someone else's approval. It's not. It's about me being able to do that, I'm saying, and leave that experience knowing that I did the best that I can. If it works out for me, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I know I provided myself with the best possible means to be the best person I was meant to be. You know, And people who look for excuses and other people to build them up was not, you only give them the power to break you down. She definitely is way too old. I don't know how old they said she's 59, 69, 103. I don't know how old she is was that, but whatever age she is, she's older than me, and I know she's old. And I know I'm too old to be dealing and living with that type of nonsense. So why would I accept it for somebody else? A lot of things that people don't understand is that like people that people think that are harsh. What's up, Van Keith? How you doing? Becky, yeah. I mean, wait for you to try it. I mean, wait for you to try it. Y'all know I stay on ready. Y'all know I stay on ready. Just in case you want to try it. Just in case you want to try it. I can jump off this porch real quick. But no, that's why I read. I mean, I read too fast. Well, it's not. So I have to slow it down, and I get words confused. Well, it's not. So I got to make sure that I don't go off too quickly, especially when I'm on here trying to read stuff. They do. They need to develop willpower and self-esteem. They really, really do. Exactly, Ray Allen. Exactly. But yeah, like I mean, I never be. I'm never that person. Was not that is going to make is going to make excuses for what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to hold myself responsible for my own actions because I think that that's what adults do. You know, I left my mom's house at 18 years old and haven't been back since. At least, I mean, as far as living with her was not. I go back to visit was not. But I don't believe that as a grown up or someone who calls themselves a grown up was not needs to make excuses for themselves. You done it, you deal with it, was not the best way you can, and you handle the circumstances and consequences as they come. You know, you made a mistake, you learn from it. Everything that you do anyway, you should be learning from anyway. You should be growing, moving forward, developing into a different individual. You can't be sitting here expecting people to hold your hand throughout the whole process. You know what I'm saying? Through life. That's not what adults do. Not at all. I have a beautiful mind. Thank you. Like the movie, yeah. But I mean, the thing is, I'm not. It's just that I mean, I learn differently. You know what I'm saying? I learn differently. That's all it is. That's what dyslexia is. You learn differently. You just learn differently. And when I found out that was not, I had to train myself to learn a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I had to, um, when I speak was not, I have to slow myself down because my mind speaks faster than what my mouth can do. So that's why my words get tied sometimes. So I mean, it's just once you learn what your issues are, you have to be able to adjust accordingly. And a lot of problems that people have is that they don't adjust accordingly. They want the world to adjust around them, opposed to them adjusting to the world. Right. If your biggest problem is someone returning your money to you, it's not because they don't want it from you, then you don't have a problem. Exactly, Castro. Oh yeah, you don't ever compare someone else's pain with your own pain because you know what I'm saying. Even though we may have experienced the same things, was not the same way at the same time. How you interpret that situation is totally different. How I interpret it was not. So I can't tell you how much you should hurt or how bad you should feel something was not. Nor can you tell me the same thing. But also at the same time, I won't judge you for reacting and responding the way you acting and responding, and nor do I want you to judge me for reacting and responding the way I act and respond. And I think that a lot of people is not. We want people to put themselves in our position was not, but we don't understand that we are not. I'm saying our feelings is not the only feelings that's out there in this world. You know what I'm saying? We have to be cognizant of that the world is not full of people who think like I think or don't move how I move. That what makes us all beautiful in our own right. That's what makes us all exceptional in our own right. It's not that something that, what I'm saying, we all think alike, because everyone who thinks like me, whew, this place would be a mess. This place would be a mess. Ray Allen is beautiful. Like, she's a beautiful person just in general, and then plus she's talented and she can sing. But she hate don't sing to her in a flat note. She'll cuss you out. She'll remind you of that every time she's talked to you. That was flat. That was flat. She don't play those games. Oh, that's a good question. Who told you that the world is fair? Because it's not. Like, that's why I used to tell the kids that I used to work with was not in the classroom. Okay, Lauren. I would tell the kids that sorry. I would tell the kids that I work with in the classroom was not. The world doesn't care about your afflictions. The world doesn't care about what you've been through in your life. The world's not fair. It sounds harsh, but the reality is that's what reality is. Reality is harsh. No one cares. No one's going to read your chart. No one is going to, care that, you have a learning disability. So no one's going to care that, you had, come from a broken home. No one cares going to care all about these things was not. Because when they see you, they're going to see what's in front of you, what's in front of them was not, and they're going to respond and react to that. They're not going to respond and react to the past. The world's not a fair place. We don't, like, I don't expect the world to care to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not so selfish or self-centered to think that, with all the talents and gifts that I have, and y'all know I have many talents and gifts, what I'm saying, that I'm special still nonetheless. When I was younger, I used to be like, oh my God, I can do this too. Why don't I have that? Oh my God, I can do that too. Why I don't have that? Why does that person have it and I don't have it? And I got that mindset real quick. I'm like, hold up. First of all, it has nothing to do with saying that. What's meant for me is meant for me, and what's meant for them is what's meant for them. I can't, saying, what they eat don't make me go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying, and vice versa. Care for yourself, exactly. You know, take care of yourself, care for yourself, because no one's obligated to do that but you. Exactly. Everyone fighting their own battles, Nixie Nicks. Like, no one cares. Like, that's why I say all the time is that I don't care. Like, while I have empathy and sympathy for you, was not, I can't sit up here and worry about, what I'm saying, what you're saying, what you're doing, how you did it. And, that's too much. I'm working on trying to get my words out properly so I can be um understood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be worried about what someone else is doing. I'm trying to worry about making sure that I'm articulate enough to make sure that I don't look and sound crazy. What's up, Ella Hero, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? I'm trying to make sure that I'm not stumbling and fumbling over my words. You know what I'm saying? Make me sound like I look like I'm crazy or I don't know what I'm talking about. So I don't have time to sit and worry about your own issues. I have my own issues I'm dealing with. Exactly. The wildfires. I'm going to keep you absolutely right. I mean, like, why would I care more about you than you care about yourself? Why would I put more work into something for you that you're not putting in for yourself? What's up, ATL chick, baby? How you doing? you know, I can't sit up here and be worried about stuff that I have no control over. All I can control is what I do and how I say and present myself. Well, it's not. And I read that ATL chick, right? So I'm laughing. But yeah, so it's like I can't be worried about stuff like that. I mean, people don't understand it. There's so many other things going on besides what's happening in the front of you in the moment. Was not. Bottom line, love yourself first before anyone else. Love yourself first. And sometimes you have to be a little selfish and do for yourself first. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a little bit selfish. Take a little bit of time to do for yourself, to love yourself, to take care of yourself, and everything else is going to fall into place. No one is an island, but at the same time, I don't have to have everyone around me in order for me to feel complete. Be content within yourself, take care of yourself, and love yourself first. That's what y'all know how I end my stuff. Love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, and respect someone else. Y'all know that's what it comes from. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't love yourself, how can you definitely love someone else? If you don't respect yourself, how can you respect someone else? You know what I'm saying? That's, that's a good issue to have, baby. That's a good issue to have. And my issue right now is that I want some hot tea and some damn cinnamon rolls too. And they're downstairs. And I want to get out of bed, put some clothes on because it's a little bit chilly downstairs. That's a good issue to have. I can't sit here and worry about, what I'm saying, someone, how many people they're going to be taking. You know what I'm saying? I can't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? And if you're trying to make me feel guilty for not caring or worried about that, well, it's not, take them all. Thank you, Castro. I mean, I'm working on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on some stuff. Y'all know I'm always working on something. I'm always trying to create something and do something. But yeah, like people don't say, people think that it's always about the big gestures, not thinking about the small gestures. What moves us forward, or what propels us, what's not. You can't take that big step. You know what I'm saying? If you don't take the small ones first. Yeah, we're gonna need some food, fuel. So let's take a little 15-minute break, get your stomach, get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like I just don't understand how there are people who your dislike for someone else or for a certain group is so strong that you're trying to put the blame of someone else's actions on them, which I don't understand that either. That's like crazy. So I'm like, exactly, Bud Keith. What about today? Like, don't be asking me what's going on tomorrow. I don't know. Let me get through today first. I'm working on that. No, that's not you. That's me too. I'm the same way. Like, don't be asking me about what's going on, what's not. If I don't bring it up to you, what's not, don't be asking me. Because right now I'm working about this project right now that I'm working on at work, and this moment was that it needs to be completed. This task right here at hand. That's what I'm working on. I don't know about anything else. I don't know. I don't know. What I'm gonna do tomorrow, I don't know. What I did yesterday, I don't know. Right now, I'm working on today. You buried in papers. Hope it's greenbacks, baby. Hope it's greenbacks. But yeah, it's like I mean, people want to make their problem your problems. They want to make their worries your worries. And the reality is, I can't hold on to that. I can't be responsible for that. I can't be responsible for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't put that obligation on me. I'm not obligated to worry about that. I don't owe you that. You know what I'm saying? I don't owe you an explanation. I don't owe you anything more than I'm willing to give you. And people want you to owe them something. People want you to give them something more than what you're willing to give them. The next 3 hours period, that's it. You ain't going no further than that. Don't ask me about 3.5 hours. Don't ask me about 4 hours. I'm working on the next 3 hours. That's it. And these damn dishes. That's it. Don't ask me about anything else. Exactly. That's why I asked yesterday. That's why I tried to lighten the mood yesterday in Sean's chat when I said I thought there was a no refunds policy. for Vegas 2020. You know what I'm saying? Because he gave her the money back, and I put and I asked, was that too soon? Because the thing is, I'm not gonna sit here and let things weigh me down. It's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell joke that's probably inappropriate. I'm going to say make a sexual gesture that's probably inappropriate. I'm gonna be myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be myself. Oh, files and spreadsheets. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and no, like I mean, if you make a dumb move, I'm gonna tell a dumb joke. You know what I'm saying? Or a joke that's inappropriate. Like it's like I mean, I don't understand it. Like if someone gives my money back, was not. Oh, thank you, shit. Okay, cool. That's a telltale sign that we are completely done. That is the telltale sign that we are completely done. Well, she ain't that type of crazy. She ain't that type of crazy. She ain't that type of crazy. But yeah, it's like I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here like someone giving me my money back was not. Oh, thank you, shit. I can use this. It is funny, right? I mean, it's funny. To me. I think it was appropriate. I think that it was called for. I think that it was time for it because I can't sit here and be like if you like if I really don't care about this person that way. Not saying that I'm not. I'm just insensitive. An insensitive asshole is not. But I'm not gonna sit here and worry about someone who chose to take a handful of pills. You made a decision to do that was not. I mean, we all have had thoughts of not being here anymore was not. Be it how far we took it, how far we took that thought was not is one thing was not. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I've wrote several suicide notes in my lifetime. Now, have I ever went through with those things? No. Now, my sister says, I don't call people was not. I said I don't call grown adults. I can't coddle you an adult. I can't do it. It's not in my nature to do. Exactly. You know me. I would have bought something. Oh shit! I got this now. Let me buy something. I got this extra money. Okay, cool. I'm buying me something. Right, and like I said, we all have been there and have. I mean, quick list story was not. What I'm saying about my experience with the depths of suicide and stuff like that. When I was 13 years old, you know, I was, just, not, I was just not in a good place mentally, was not, what I'm saying? Because I was just starting to come into my own of who I am and stuff like that, was not, and then my brother, who was like 4 or 5 years older than me, whatever, he was like, well, everyone's right. You are, I'm saying, this is this and the third. Like, this is the first time ever saying that to me, was not. And I was like, okay, whatever, whatever. And so I took, I'm saying, a handful of pills, wrote my little suicide note, was not. And my thought was, all y'all gonna be feel so bad when y'all come in and watch my little lifeless body, was not because of what you said to me, was not. And then before I even swallow those pills, I'm like, am I stupid? Please, I'm great. I'm all that, was not. You know what I'm saying? Bump you, put the pills back where I got them from, was not, and burn that little note. And that's when you have what you have today, a very confident individual who don't give a fuck about nobody else, and that happens at around 13 years old. That's when I started being who I am. You know what I'm saying? Or at least starting to be who I am. Was not. I mean, having a mindset of it's all about me. If you're not here for me, well, it's not. You're here against me. Fuck you. And then at 14 was when me and him got into our last physical altercation. Was not, and I had to beat his ass. You know, my older brother now, 5 years older than me, was not. I'm 14 years old. He was like 19. Was not. He came with some nonsense and craziness. Was not. I had to let him know. I'm the wrong one. You would not put your hands on me ever again. And that was the first and last time. That was the last time he ever put his hands on me. Was not. He was really abusive as well. He was a really abusive person. Was not. But that was the last time he put his hands on me. I let them know on certain terms. You will not ever touch me again. Oh, Ray Allen, baby. Heart goes out to you. Thank you, Ron Keith. I appreciate that. Uh huh. Yeah, I mean, my thing is like I thought about that, and when I hear about people committing suicide or having any suicidal thoughts was not, I'm thinking like when I had it was not, I was a child. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a child and I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Until I understood that it was not about me making them pay. You know what I'm saying? The best revenge is to live your best life. The best revenge is to be happy within yourself and to bring yourself happiness and bring yourself joy. To me, that's the best revenge. You know what I'm saying? And me, as the person I am today, thinking about the person I was then, when I was a child, that was a selfish thought that I had. Was not, I'm gonna make y'all pay because y'all gonna feel bad because y'all made me do this. Was not. No, they didn't make me do anything. Was not. I made a conscious decision to not do it, but the thought still was there. You know what I'm saying? The note was written. Like when I say the note was written out, the note was written out. I was, you know what I'm saying, in my little white drawers and my little white t-shirt, had a handful of pills, get ready to do a whole situation. It was not, it's not, I mean, I'm thank God that, I came to my senses was not because, I wouldn't have to experience all the stuff that I've experienced was not up to the good, the bad, and the indifferent. You know what I'm saying? It all made me who I am today and continue to mold me into who I'm going to be in the future. It's just that's just one experience that I had that I felt was somewhat important to help mold me to who I am today. And like I said, there's no shame in it, so no one can ever try to use it against me or say or at least X Y Z. No, at least I came to my senses and I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Thank God you didn't, Castro. We wouldn't have you here. Exactly. Yeah, it was revenge. Like and even if she did or she didn't do it, because I said I don't know what she did or what she didn't do, but the mere fact that she put it out there was not that it happened was not. It was for a reaction for people to have a visceral, negative, nasty reaction towards people that you wanted to be towards, which is Leo and Sean. For what reason? Because they didn't take your phone call. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. Tessie, no one gets it. It's a thing is it's the same thing why she think that she can buy her way into people's lives and hearts was not. Why she feel so compelled to give people stuff that no one asks for. It's that same obsession. It's just the opposite side of it was not. You reject me, I'm gonna try to hurt you. And how I'm gonna try to hurt you was not. I'm gonna try to ruin your reputation was not. I'm gonna try to ruin your name on these streets was not. It's that same mindset. It's the exact same mindset of, you know, while you are doing what I will do for you was not, but when you scoring my advances was not, I'm gonna try to hurt you type of thing. Kind of like a scorn lover, jealous lover type of situation. If I can't have you, no one else can. If I can't have a good reputation was not, you won't have one either. This gonna be a stain on you for the rest of your situation. Makes no sense to me, but I think that's what it is. Yep, Nixie Nix just said the same thing. She wants people to feel a sense of guilt based on their rejection of her. Yep, and that's what it is. And it's like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, like, I don't understand that mindset because I don't even think that way. I really do move on. Well, the thing is, when she apologized to James that one time, she said her mom was there. She took care of her mom. So her mom is like, I think at the beginning of Alzheimer's was not. So I'm not quite sure, her story of abandonment was not or never. I mean, some people was not. You can have give people everything was not growing up, whatever, and they still feel that sense of not being good enough, not being enough. So if you have that whole thing of, I don't know, I can't diagnose people because I'm not a doctor, you know, but it's just my simple opinion. And I think that, when you have that mindset of you're not enough or you're not good enough or it's not, you have to buy your way into people's lives without or friendships, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You take that with you for the rest of your entire life, I think. But that's just my way of thinking. But me knowing that I'm more than enough, please, I can't get involved. I can't be involved. You know, I'm okay enough with myself to know that, God provides me with everything I need, and what I can't get from on my own, I don't need. Tessie, to let you find out. I mean, it's like so much like a scorn. Like I said, it's like a scorn lover. It really is like a scorn lover. Like I don't understand the like I don't understand it, but that's just me. I don't understand it at all. I don't understand. I don't get it. I'm like, you know, I like Sean. He's cool, but I ain't gonna end my life because if he ever says, okay, I don't want to be friends with you anymore or talk to you anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna end my life. That's with anybody. Shit, I love my husband to death, but he knows if it doesn't work out, well, it's not. I'll be okay. I'll be sad for a while. Funny story about that. His best friend, he's the godfather of her oldest son, and we were talking. We were all at just hanging out one day, whatever, and we got on the subject of our relationship was not. And she was like, "Well, this is the first time I've seen him happy." Da, da, da. I'm like, "Okay, well, cool. We're both happy, whatever." And then so I said something like, "Well, but if we're not together, what's not? I'll be okay." She's like, "Well, you'll miss him." I'm like, "I'll miss him, but I'll be okay." You know what I'm saying? I'll move past it. You know what I'm saying? Because I love myself more than I love anybody else. And she's like, what do you mean by that? And looked at him. I'm like, he knows that I said this all the time. We have this conversation that I'm not going to. Maybe misses. You so silly, Tessie. I like. He knows that I'm not going to sit here and end my life because if we're not together, I'll be okay and he'll be okay. Well, it's not. I'm not going to sit up here and what I'm saying, hurt myself or fawn over people too long. Well, it's not. I'm saying because once things are ended, things are ended. Doesn't mean I don't love you. Doesn't mean I don't care for you. It's not, and I won't miss you. It's not time to time. But the reality is, I will definitely move on. You know, and that's my husband. So if someone that I meet online, what do you need to see? You so sassy, sassy. You are a mess, baby. You know, especially someone I meet online that I don't have any type of true, what I'm saying, relationship with. Was not, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be upset if they say I'm done. You know, okay, you don't talk to them. Okay, you're not answering my questions in the chat. Okay, I'm not so lonely that I'm gonna end it all or want you to pay. How dare you? How dare you? Please, come on now. Who does that? But a person with mental illness and issues. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, you have to know that you're enough. You have to know that you are enough. Don't Tessie, please. If I want you to be good, I wouldn't love you so much. Yeah, I like the fact that you're bad. You know, like people get so caught up in people and not themselves, knowing darn well that I'll say this quite often as well. When you go to bed at night, only person you have to look at is yourself, and when you wake up in the morning, only person you have to look at is yourself. You can't be worried about what someone else thinking about you and what someone else feel about you, what's not, how somebody else sees you. Because the reality is, you must be comfortable in how you see yourself. You must be comfortable in where you see yourself. And if you're not, then who will be? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not that person that is confident enough to be yourself, to be by yourself, to be with yourself truly and unadulterated, you know what I'm saying, self love, then, you know, you're going to allow these things to seep in, these negative thoughts, these thoughts people have of you. Well, it's not. And the reality is, no one really cares. Like, really, I don't care. What RuPaul says all the time, what you think of me has nothing to do with me. What you think of me has nothing to do with me. You know, I know that I'm a good person. I know that I'm talented. I know that shit, if I could, I would. You know, like I said, if I could clone myself, please, perfect person. You know, for me. You know, but you know, I can't be worried about that. I can't be worried about what somebody else thinks. How someone else feel about me. Life is too short. But you guys, yeah, this is just my little Mad Day Monday for November 4th, where saying people about delusions of grandeur, thinking that they're more than what they are, basically. Attention seeking behaviors was not where you're willing to hurt yourself in order to hurt someone or just to get attention from someone was not, which makes no sense to me. I just don't understand it, but I'm just one person with one train of thought, one mind who thinks a certain way. I can allow the outside world and what goes on out there to infiltrate what goes on within my mind and my spirit and my body. Well, it's not. I can't allow that. That's not something that I do. And I just hope you guys take care of you guys selves as well. Take care of your mental health along with your physical health. Your emotional health. People don't understand how important those three things are. Your spiritual health as well. Just making sure that you are constantly pouring unto yourself, not expecting other people to pour onto you. Pour onto yourself. Make sure that you have what you need in order for you to survive. Make sure that you have what you need in order for you to thrive. Make sure you have what you need in order to move forward in life and with life. You know, I can't tell you what to do and how to do it, what's not, because each individual have their own path to walk and their own journey to go on. But all I can say is continue on that journey. Continue to improve who you are, what you are, how you think of yourself, how you see yourself, and how you view yourself. But, no one can make you do anything that you don't want to do. No one can, saying, give you more than what you are willing to give and accept from yourself. Because even if someone does give unto you or that will pour unto you, if you don't love onto yourself, or it's not, it's going to be vacant. It's just going to pour right on out of you, or it's not, until you're able to truly and genuinely hold on to it. You know. But yeah, as I always say, you guys, not everything I say is meant for you to take in its totality. Take in what makes you stronger, what helps you be the best person you was meant to be. That nourishes your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Make sure that you eat the meat and spit out the bones. Take in what nourishes you guys. Make sure that you are a complete person, or as complete as you possibly can be within yourself. As I always say, you guys, love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, and definitely respect someone else. This is my Mad Day Monday for November 4th, 2019. This is your boy Food Junkie, and I'm out. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Love you guys. Peace.